News chief political analyst Brit Hume joins us. Brit, always good to spend time with you. I want to, Matt Fid put these up, but I think it is worth looking at again. This is the latest polling in the Los Angeles mayor's race. Karen Bass leads with 26%, Cynthia Rahman at 25%, and Spencer Pratt at 22%. We should point out, though, that those numbers for Rahman and Pratt are up 8 points from March, whereas Bass has remained pretty much level. It would seem momentum is in favor of Rahman and Pratt. What do you think?
Well, it's certainly away from Bass. It was interesting to hear her say talk about the prosperity of Los Angeles and how we have had that. She didn't say they have it now and could have it again. Well, she's been mayor for a while, and if we don't have it now, why would anybody vote for her as the one to bring it back? So I think that gives you a sense of how that race is going. Pratt has run a pretty imaginative campaign with some extraordinarily well done ads produced by artificial intelligence, and he's got a great slogan, which is "Look around." When that's your slogan, you know that people are susceptible to thinking the conditions around them are pretty poor. So that's going to be a very interesting race out there. It's a very blue place. It's kind of be amazing if Pratt, a Republican running as an independent, were to win it.
Yeah, it was. I think there's only 17% of voters in Los Angeles County are Republicans. There's a lot of independents and some Democrats that Pratt says have shown a whole lot of interest in him. Let's bump it up to the state level. There's 61 candidates in the governor's race. Here's the top five: Javier Becerra, Steve Hilton, Tom Steyer, Chad Bianco, and Katie Porter. Right now, it looks like the top two to emerge from this would be Becerra and Hilton. It could be them going up against each other in November.
That would be a welcome development for Steve Hilton, who at one time was ahead altogether, with another Republican immediately behind him. That guy's dropped back. So it could end up, it looks now, if that poll is correct, or the current polling is correct, that it could end up being Becerra versus Hilton. Becerra, in my judgment, is not a strong candidate. He made almost no mark when he was HHS secretary under Biden, and you listen to him, he's not terribly impressive. Steve Hilton, on the other hand, is a very, he's got an English accent that some people might hold that against him, but he's very well spoken, very articulate. It would be quite something in deep blue California if a Republican were to win the governorship.
And what are your thoughts on the Graham Plattner, this latest scandal to beset his campaign of sexting with, we heard earlier, it was up to 6 women, but Eric Shawn was saying now it may be up to 12.
I must say, you talk about baggage. This guy's got a whole rail car of it behind him trying to win this race. It's hard for me to imagine that somebody could survive all this. On the other hand, none of us thought after Donald Trump was revealed to have said and done some of the things he'd said and done, particularly that famous comment he made to Billy Bush about grabbing by the you-know-what, that he could survive that, and he did, and did again. So, we never know in this day and age, but there's some pretty exotic candidates out there these days.
Yeah,
him being probably the most exotic of all in this in these nearby races.
I think candidates can weather scandals that would have submerged them a long, long time ago. We'll see how this goes tomorrow. Brit, thanks so much.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.